Visit TCGCastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCGCenter 5 code. Send us your bulk in exchange for Evolution Booster Box. Visit CCG Castle or check video description to learn more. How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at deck for the standard format that I actually decided to build, and it's a Maccargo Zoroark Evolution featuring Secret Tech, which is a Jirachi, and of course Octillery. So 16 Pokemons, 34 trainer cards, 10 energies, but the most important thing, 5 different evolution types in this build. So that's just insane. We have Jolteon, Vaporeon, Zoroark, Octillery, and Maccargo. Can this deck be functional? Definitely it can. So let's take a look at it. 2 copies of Eevee, 1 Jolteon, and 1 Vaporeon, just because Maccargo and Zoroark are stage 1, and we can have an extra lighting or water type in addition to them in case we need to hit for the weakness. A single Zoroark for the stand-in and Mind Jack with the single double Course Energy can definitely be a very, very good tweak in this build. And of course, 4-3 line of the Maccargo with the barrier, which means that as long as your opponent will try to Lysandre, Crushing Hammer, Enhanced Hammer, or any kind of other trainer card effect to Maccargo, it's not going to be effective. On the other side, for 1 Fire Energy and double Cores, you can go for 120 on your opponent active EX. With Jolteon or Vaporeon, it can be 240, it can be 240 depending on the type your opponent is weak, and of course it can be enough for the one-hit knock of the Shaman EX, the most important thing. On the other side, single Jirachi for the Stardust will actually just help us to set up against those special energy decks. So you can just use Stardust, Stardust, Stardust all and over again. And with the Super Rod, we can just repeat that, doing however many times we need. A single Remoraid and Octillery, of course, for that Abyssal Hand. And that's pretty much it. Does it work? Yes, it works for sure. So you have 2 Brigette, you have Ultra Ball, and 4 Ultra Balls and 1 Level Ball. A lot of different resources to draw something from your deck, so it will definitely help you to set up your bench very easily. So 1 Level Ball for searching your deck for up to 90 HP Pokemon. So yeah, pretty much Eevee, Jolteon, everything except for the Zoroark and the Maccargo, let's just be short. Special Charge to recycle DCs back, 2 Super Rods to recycle either way energies or Pokemons into deck. 3 Trainers Mails, I even managed to get space for the Trainers Mail so that they can have more consistency, 4 Ultra Balls, and of course 4 copies of VE Seeker. In addition to that, running 2 copies of Brigette, so I can search my deck for up to 3 basic Pokemons and put them onto my bench. Very important to start with turn 1, so we can have Eevee, Zorua, Slugma, Remoraid, Jirachi, whatever we need against our opponent. 1 Hex Maniac to be at least somehow competitive against those Greninja, annoying Greninjas. 1 copy of Lysandre, of course, 3 copies of N, and 1 Ranger, you know, just in case of the Chaos Wheel, Glaceons, Flash Rays, whatever. Ranger is a very good card. 4 copies of Professor Sycamore as a main draft supporter, of course, with that N, and then 1 copy of Teammates, because I feel this card makes a lot of sense in this deck, because after your opponent gets knocked out one of your Pokemon from play, you know, you can just on your turn, search your deck for 2 cards and put them into your hand. You can search your deck for any 2 cards you want. From Stadium cards, I actually decided to roll with 2 copies of Silent Lab because I didn't know what kind of Stadium should I pick for this build. I just decided to end up with the Silent Lab because it makes more sense against any other deck that actually required Shaman for the setup, that actually required Hoopa for the setup, or depend on those basic setup Pokemons to be good. So I think Silent Lab is a very, very good counter for your opponent, especially for those Eultals, for example, who actually run only maybe 1 or 2 Pearl Cities, and they actually depend on those setting up with the Shamans and finding Max Elixirs and stuff like that. So I feel the Silent Lab is a very, very good card. On the other side, 2 copies of XP Shares, they makes a lot of sense just because after we lose one of our Maccargos, we can just have XP Share attached to another one, and we can save that Fire Energy, so with double Course Energy we can go again for 120, but the same thing can be for that Jirachi and the Stardust. 2 copies of Float Stones, you know, for that stand-in retreat, or in case we don't have Zoroark, we can always use it on the Octillery. I decided to go with 2, but you can also remove 1 in order for maybe 4th and or a 7th basic Fire Energy. So do you need 2 Float Stones? Well, sometimes yes, sometimes no. But I really recommend to run 2 of them just because if one is priced, so you can have that stand-in retreat. 4 copies of double course energies, and of course 6 basic energies, which means 10 energies in total. And yeah, 60 cards for this deck. I really like it. It's a very powerful deck. It can actually beat very powerful decks in a format like a Yveltal, like a Mega Scizor. It can also strike those Mega Sceptils for the weakness. Unfortunately, it can't strike for the one-hit knock on Mega Mewtwo, so it's a big problem. Mega Mewtwo, Greninja is a big problem for it. But yeah, pretty much any other deck that can actually run in problems with those weakness problems, you can actually easily beat them. But of course, Jirachi can even help in some other matchups very, very easily. But yeah, pretty much I think deck has a lot of potential. It's very interesting to play, so you should definitely see him in action, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so waiting my opponent to load the game so we can finally start. Well, Maccargo, very interesting card. Unfortunately, the HP is not on its side, but at least it had a powerful barrier ability which prevents your opponent from being able to target your Maccargo with trainer cards like a Crushing Hammer, Lysandre, Enhanced Hammers, and stuff like that. So as long as you have it in play, you don't need to worry too much. Okay, so starting with the Slugma, I also have Ultra Ball in my hand. However, there is also one Trainers Mail and Special Charge featuring Sycamore. I need to set up my energy turn 1, that's for sure. Oh, Cobalion on the other side. Okay, that means that I can definitely Ultra Ball my Jolteon and Special Charge here for something like maybe... I guess I should take better Remoraid. I don't see the sign of the Zorua, so Zorua is prized. Trainer's Mail might be for Level Ball. Oh, actually even better, it's a Silent Lab. So this is going to be very, very powerful turn 1 play for me with that Silent Lab. Especially if my opponent does not have counter for the Silent Lab in his hand. There's one. Oh no, I don't like to see this thing happening. I don't have energy for turn 1, which means that turn 2 I'm not going to be able to do any damage to my opponent. Well, that's the risk. That's the risk when you play only 10 energies in your deck and 6 of them are actually just basic energies and 4 double course energies. But still 10 energies, a lot of energy cards. Probably I should actually increase that to 11. So I can have a tiniest chance to not hit that hand like this one. Okay, so Ultra Ball for, let's see. The good thing is, as long as I have Silent Lab, he can simply set up. That's something that actually brings a smile to my face. I also see that Zoroark in his deck, which is good. But the good thing is also that he discarded Zoroark. The good thing is that he had weakness, so I can go for the weakness on him. So Mega Scizor can easily be knocked out with just a single shot of my Maccargo. One Metal Energy attached to him, and if he don't have supporter card, I guess that's gonna be pretty much it. Next turn, probably I'm going with my Sycamore for 7. Probably. Trainer's Mail. Oh, would love to see it. Oh, it's a Sycamore. Okay, so he had Sycamore in his hand, so he managed to pull him. Which means that right now he can discard 7 cards. Yep, the last card was a Mega Turbo, so he had luck with that Professor Sycamore, to be honest. There's a Spirit Link attached. More than that, no Shamings, no setup. I don't know if he run Hoopa and Shaming, probably, but maybe not, who knows. Fighting Fury Bell to Cobalion. My turn. Okay, there's just a Hex Maniac. And one huge Sycamore for 7, so I can have right now a whole different available options in my discard pile with those energy cards. Of course, I'm going to put my Maccargo. Actually, first Jirachi on the bench, and then Maccargo. A double course energy to him, and I'm not going to play another Eevee on the bench, you know, just because I don't need it. I already have one. Unfortunately, I'm not running Flareon in my deck. I'm just running Vaporeon and Jolteon because I have Maccargo as a fire type who can strike for the weakness, and right now he can use Quick Guard. Quick Guard is a very strong attack. He can actually prevent me from being able to attack him as long as I have basic Pokemon in play. I mean, in my active position, who tried to attack his Cobalion. I see a very slow start on the other side. Very, very slow start. That Silent Lab probably makes a lot of problems to him. I should definitely say that. Probably that Silent Lab just knocked him down, so he is just unable to do anything. On the other side, I have Ultra Ball next turn, so I can Ultra Ball for Octillery. I can have that Abyssal hand, and more important is that I also have N. Somehow I'm thinking just maybe about grabbing another Slugma and put it on the bench, because his Zoroark will definitely be very powerful next turn. I wish I can maybe somehow find Float Stone, so I can just, you know, Lysandre and knock out his Zorua. But probably then he would just knock out my Maccargo with his Mega Scizor, because he had one in his hand. And there's a quick guard. Okay. Top deck is a Trainers Mail. Let's see what you can find with the Trainers Mail. Super Rod and a Float Stone. Okay. That's neat. I mean, right now I can retreat. And the best thing is that I can just simply, you know, reveal my V-Seeker for Lysandre before I decide to do that big play and knock out his Mega Scizor on the bench. I will definitely grab my Octillery, so I can have a Abyssal hand here. Wow, that Float Stone was just a big play. I definitely say that. Okay, so retreat on my Maccargo, and one Lysandre on his Mega Scizor. More than that, this is gonna be a Abyssal hand for 4. Maybe I can hit another Maccargo. Nope, I can't, but I can at least get myself another Slugma in play, so I can have 2 of them. Unfortunately, no XP share yet, but this is definitely gonna be very, very powerful, indomitable plays. I'm not sure if I even pronounced that correct. Probably not, but you know, it's enough for the knockout. So there's XP share on Zoroark. Okay, Cobalion Revenge Blast can strike right now for 90, and 10 more for Fighting Fury Belt, so it's gonna be 100. He just decides to promote Zorua in the active. However, I have teammates in case of the knockout. Well, there is Zoroark. Will there be maybe... we should see. If he managed somehow to knock out my Maccargo... Oh, he played Hoopa from his hand. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me that he did that. Hoopa played from his hand under the Silent Lab. So that's just funny. Okay, so top deck is going to be Trainer's Mail for V-Seeker. V-Seeker for Cobalion. Nope. Not yet. Okay, I'm ready to strike with the 60. I'm definitely ready to strike for the 60. Next turn his Zoroark can be knocked out. Well, that Silent Lab definitely make a lot of problems to him. I should definitely say that Silent Lab is the MVP in this game. That is for sure, no doubt about that. One Ultra Ball? Yeah, for sure, I can do that. I can do that. I can get myself another Maccargo in play. So I can, I guess, go for that V-Seeker, so I can just simply knock down his Cobalion. Actually, I can't. I can go for 120 maximum, so not gonna do that. Let's just go with another 60, where he can right now actually knock me out with Cobalion. But then I will try to bring in play my Zoroark with the Super Rod, of course. And since I have teammates, I can easily do that. Plus, I also have double course energy. He still needs to get that energy. Nope. Nope, he just decides to quit. Of course, Silent Lab just destroys my one Mega Scizor deck, so let's move to one more game. Okay, so will Charizard be heads? No, it will be tails. Okay, so I lost the coin flip. And unfortunately, I'm starting second. So hopefully I can have turn 1 Brigette in my hand to, you know, set up my bench and be able to have turn 2 in play, maybe one of the evolution lines, Octillery, even Zoroark for that stand-in retreat in case I need it. Interesting. 3 mulligans. 4 mulligans, and I'm running like 10 basic Pokemons. It just does not make any sense. Okay, right now it looks a little bit better. 2 Ultra Balls, double Course Energy, and Fire Energy sitting in my hand. Couple more cards for my opponent, so he will have like 11 cards turn 1 in play. That's just ridiculous advantage, I guess. Okay, so he started with the Spinark. Is that maybe a crazy Machamp? Not sure, but we'll love to see that matchup. Alright, so 1 Ultra Ball. Since it's a Spinark and those Fighting Grass, I guess it is Machamp. So Ranger and Fighting Energy discarded. Okay, for the Hoopa. I wish I go first. For that Silent Lab disruption. Hoopa will probably be for a couple Machamps and Maniacs if I'm not wrong. Maybe even Skepta. Not sure. Yep, I'm correct. Machamp and Shaman. Alright, interesting. So 1 Strong Energy and 1 Float Stone for the Spinark, of course, and Max Elixir. I mean, with the Max Elixirs and stuff like that, you can easily power up your Machamp and be able to use Crazy Hammer turn 2 without any problem. Okay, there's already Wally for Ariados, so he can just, you know, put Poisonous Nest on my Slugma. Okay, I will definitely search my deck for Jirachi. That's the first line of defense for me here. But maybe I should actually surprise my opponent, or maybe not. Let's just go for Jirachi immediately, instantly, whatever you want to call it. Because if I can hit Float Stone, I can just simply prevent his Machamp from being able to do any damage for like a turn. 2 energies, 2 Max Elixirs, Fury Belt and Trainers Mail. Not bad price cards. Oh, Brigette top deck. I can't resist to play Brigette. I simply can't. Remoraid, Jirachi, and 1 more Slugma for me. Do I need evolutions here? Not in this matchup. Not in this matchup, to be honest. Somehow I feel I will attach double Course Energy this turn to my Slugma and basically just, you know, pass my turn so I can turn to play Ultra Ball for, I don't know, Octillery, a Beazelhan, Ultra Ball for maybe Zoroark. Not sure even if I have both of these cards in my deck, didn't pay too much attention. Then I can simply add energy and end. Of course, I'm gonna be knocked out right now, so probably I will just promote my Jirachi in front, because I can go with, you know, with the Stardust for 10 and get that great. Nope, there's a Lysandre on my Jirachi, so he actually realized the threat. He didn't want to take the risk here, so he just wanted to knock him out for the 80. Actually, for 180. That sounds a little bit better. Okay, never mind. Still have 2 Super Roads. Still have 2 more chances to pull Jirachi out. It's time for Slugma all night long, I guess. Eevee, I don't need you, unfortunately, so I will just knock you out with my energy, and I will get myself a Octillery in play. Then I can up Beazelhan for 3, then I can Ultra Ball for, I guess, even Zorua into the Zoroark. Oh, nice. There's a Maccargo as the top deck. There's a Level Ball for another Slugma. And then I'm going to play my N. So I'm looking for DC and Ultra Ball. Nope, not gonna happen. At least I can go for 120, and I can have that second energy attached to my Slugma next turn after he knocks me out. So I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine for sure, because he will lose 3 energy cards here and still not be able, you know, to have more prize cards than me after I actually knock out his Machamp turn after that. So one more Spinark on the bench will increase my Mind Jack up to 160. No Giovanni scheme for me in this build, so I can't go for 180 unfortunately. But I don't care too much. I'm gonna be knocked out here, and not sure if XP share will work because I'm poisoned. Probably it will not. Oh, it will. Okay, fine. What should I put in the active spot? Of course I should put my Slugma. Bigger and better chance to roll what I need. Okay, a double Horse Energy, Beazle Hand for 2, I can still end. And I definitely need to end, because I don't have another option here. If I miss Maccargo, probably I'm gonna cry. Whew, there's Maccargo, so it was actually almost the last card here. Okay, do I want to play Super Rod? Yes, I want to play Super Rod, and I want to play Super Rod for these 3 cards. Still don't need that energy yet. That's gonna be 120. Good thing is that I have teammates for next turn, so I can get myself teammates. Okay, so 2 energies. Okay. Alright, so 1 energy from his hand attached manually to Machamp. Alright, so what he need here? He definitely need a 1-hit knockout, but it's not gonna happen, so that's at least something for me. I mean, he can't 1-hit knock out my Maccargo here. On the other side, if I can find Lysandre, I mean, I can always Lysandre his Shame for the for 2 prize cards, so I can have 2 prize cards left. Probably that's not gonna happen. Probably I will just try to get myself Zoroark in play, so I can actually use that Mind Jack. Well, there is second Ariados with the Level Ball. And it's my turn. Okay, so another N. At least I have Trainers Mail, and maybe I can find myself Sycamore. Nope, just 2 V Seekers, Energy and Double Course Energy. I don't need any of these cards. I just need to attach 1 energy down to my Slugma, and I'm forced to play my N here. Don't have another option, but I will just better go with a Hex Maniac and 120. 120 to his Machamp. He's not going to be able to use Poisonous Nest here, but he can still clearly knock me out, so at least he needs to put his Machamp into confused mode, just in case, you know, if I miss opportunity to get my Zoroark and attack, maybe I can buy myself like a turn. Oh, actually, I forgot that he can go with the Steaming Mad for 250 here, and he should probably do that. Okay, never mind. So I'm going to be knocked out here, that is for sure, so I just need to set up another attacker. It's not going to be an easy task, but still my opponent needs to take 3 more prize cards after he knocked out my Maccargo here, so it's definitely not going to be that easy for him. Oh, okay, there's a N. So he actually helped me a little bit here with this N. Okay, and a knockout, of course, as expected. As expected, 1 big knockout. So my turn. There is a Slugma and a Trainer's Mail, so Brigette. Okay, I guess I can take that Brigette. Play Ultra Ball for N and Brigette, you know, get 2 cards less in my deck, but also get myself a Zoroark, so I can basically have that stand in, which is going to be very important. I mean, I don't need anything else. I need just a double course energy so I can knock out his Machamp, and then turn after that I need pretty much one Lysandre, and that's going to be it. So a Beazle Hand for nothing. At least one XP share, I guess. At least one XP share. Okay, so Zoroark is in the active spot, so all I really need here is pretty much one double course energy, and that's gonna be it. Nope. Pokémon Ranger featuring 3V Seekers. Okay, this is joke for sure. I mean, I can retreat down to my Eevee, and I can pass my turn. Still, he needs to take 3 prize cards. Still, I'm in a much better position because I can just knock out his Machamp and then knock out his Shame for the last 2 prize cards and win the game. Since I have an XP share, this actually gives me a huge advantage. Okay, there is one escape rope, which means that I will just promote my Slugma with the XP share in the front. I just need that energy, you know, just in case I need second attacker after he knocks out my Zoroark, so I can just have that 120 for his shaming on the bench. And there is retreat on the Ariados. Let's see what's gonna be next move here. Waiting to see that. Let's see, Professor Sycamore, okay. And the Fighting Fury Belt. So, Fighting Fury Belt, Max Elixir. Oh no, he missed energy. He misses the energy here, which is definitely not good. But it's good for me. It's not good for my opponent, but it's great for me. Steaming Mad can go for 250, and then I can just hope to find double course energy so I can simply knock out his Machamp. That's all I really need right now. Poisonous Nest is going to be enough. As you can see, I mean, even without Poisonous Nest, he can go for 250. It really doesn't matter. I mean, he just decides to go with the Crazy Hammer for 170, and that's enough for the knockout. That's for sure. So I'm going to promote my Zoroark in the front, and I'm going to take a card, which is going to be again energy card, which is just useless in this case. So another gamble with the N. Can I finally find a double course energy? Well, I can't predict my future, but I can hope to find one. Well, yes, not a one, but 2 of them. 2 double course energies, and one will be attached down to my Zoroark, so I can go with my Mind Jack. More than that, a Beazle Hand for 2 extra cards will bring me a Lysandre and Teammates. Okay, this sounds like a good game plan for the next turn, because I just need to survive like 1 turn, and basically I can just go with the Lysandre down to shame it. So my opponent, I hope my opponent will not be able to find Max Elixir energy to knock out my Zoroark. Of course, if he managed to find that, my Zoroark will be knocked out, and then I will not have second attacker here, which means that I'm going to be forced to use my Teammates for Maccargo, and basically that's not going to end good, just because I'm not going to be capable to knock out his Machamp with a single shot. So let's see, he found energy card. Well, there we go. Can he find that Max Elixir for 1 extra energy? We shall see. We shall see. I mean, if he play, let's say, support a card here, and basically he managed to knock out my Zoroark, and I managed to top deck Maccargo, I can still win, attaching double course energies down to my Maccargo and Lysandre his Shame for the last 2 prize cards. So, no, he just passes the turn. Well, the game is over, guys. Yep. The game is over, unfortunately. I have Lysandre in my hand. He didn't have supporter card, not even Lysandre or N, even better N, so he was not able to end me, he was not able to attack me here, and yeah, I can just use Mind Jack and to strike for 130, which is going to be enough for the knockout against his Shaman, and I can take my last 2 prize cards and win the game here. So I hope you enjoy watching it. It was definitely an interesting battle, and I really enjoyed playing it, so that's it. Once again, guys, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more future videos. As usual, if you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. So till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.